Hi, I'm Shaun Patel and I'm from Las Vegas. No, I don't live in a casino. Actually, I grew up in my parents' budget motel far from the glamour of the Strip. And I went to urban public schools in the worst school district in the nation with a 40% dropout rate. And I was just an average student who, like most kids, didn't really care about standardized tests. But after I scored only an average 1760 on my first practice SAT exam, I began self-studying for this test. And I discovered many simple strategies that raised my score 640 points to a perfect 2400. Now, of the 14 million students that have taken the new SAT, about 3,000 have gotten a perfect score. That's just 0.02% of students. Now, I've created the only SAT prep company developed by a student who got a perfect score in high school, 2400 Expert. My business offers 6-week test prep classes in Las Vegas based on a curriculum and SAT book that I wrote. I've spent literally thousands of hours creating strategies from the perspective of an average student who aced the test. So here are a few testimonials that show we don't just sell the dream, but deliver it too.
Hi, my name is John Ciano, and through using the book SAT 2400 in just 7 steps, I was able to improve my SAT score over 300 points. Last month, I was accepted into my dream college, UC Berkeley, and I know my stellar SAT score, with the help of Shaun's book, played a large part in this acceptance.
Hello, my name is Ryan Blunt, and I'm attending the United States Military Academy at West Point in the class of 2019. When I joined Shaun's program, I had 75th percentile scores, which would never really get me anywhere in my college decisions. After his program, I skyrocketed to the 97th percentile, and it opened many doors through college decisions.
Hi, I'm Michael Kwok, currently a freshman at the University of Pennsylvania. During my sophomore year of high school, I took Shaun Patel's 2400 Expert SAT class. Over the course of the session, my score improved by 350 points. Since then, I've looked at plenty of other SAT resources, but I consistently recommend Shaun's methods to my friends and family over other huge brands like Kaplan, Princeton Review.
Okay, so now let's talk numbers. Compared to my two big competitors, Kaplan and Princeton Review, we offer the only curriculum with 100 strategies developed by a perfect score SAT students. We offer double the course hours at half the price with top instructors. And most importantly, we offer an industry-leading average SAT score improvement of 330 points. Now, that's no matter if a student starts at 1,000 or 2,000, we consistently see a 330 point improvement. Now, that's compared to most companies that might improve your score 50 to 100 points. Now, I started 2400 Expert 3.5 years ago with a $900 college scholarship that I had left over. I used the money to launch a website to advertise our unique prep courses. Now, we have 10 instructors, proctors, and administrative staff. We have done over $1 million in sales, with $500,000 of that coming just last year in 2014. In addition, I negotiated a joint venture partnership between two of the world's largest test prep companies, McGraw-Hill and Veritas Prep, to publish my SAT content online, and that's resulted in another $2 million in annual revenue. Now, I still own 100% of 2400 Expert, and we are now the largest test prep provider in the state of Nevada. My McGraw-Hill book, SAT 2400 in Just 7 Steps, has sold over 20,000 copies and been an Amazon #1 bestseller. Yep, that's my face there. My SAT prep videos have over 2 million views on YouTube. Now, I know that may not sound like a lot, but these aren't Miley Cyrus twerk videos. These are about how to identify prepositional phrases on the SAT writing section. My SAT prep tips have appeared in the New York Times, USA Today, US News, Bloomberg Businessweek, Business Insider, and I've been on local and national TV 6 times. So you're probably wondering, why do I need an investment? Well, just about everything that I've done has been limited to the local Las Vegas market. So there's huge potential to expand 2400 Expert to capture more of the $3 billion test prep market. Now, in 2016, I want to expand both online and in person to new cities, Los Angeles, San Francisco, New York, Boston. And so now is actually the perfect time for a $250,000 investment in exchange for a 10% equity stake in my company. Now, with this money, I will open locations in a dozen new cities, continue to scale online courses, which literally we just started, and start prep courses for new tests. In fact, I've actually already written an ACT book with a perfect score ACT student. So with a strategic partner like Mark, Barbara, Lori, Damon, or Robert, I think 2400 Expert can be a global success. Now notice that I didn't mention Kevin. That's because honestly, I've never seen Kevin offer a great deal to an entrepreneur. And so if I make it on Shark Tank, I'd like to request to eliminate Kevin as a possible investor prior to starting my pitch before he has a chance to eliminate me. Now I know this may sound risky and cause some tension in the tank, but I'm okay with that. And I also know that Mark Cuban is insanely passionate about higher education and the college student loan bubble. So this is going to be an exciting discussion for parents, many of whom are in Shark Tank's main 18 to 49-year-old viewer demographic. And so it's actually more competitive than ever to get into college and to pay for it. In fact, many universities like Harvard and Stanford posted their lowest acceptance rates of all time this year. And 2400 Expert is all about how parents can help their children get college acceptances and scholarships. So Shark Tank producers, who's ready to score top ratings off my top score? So as you can tell, my business really centers around me. So I'll tell you a little bit more about myself. In addition to running 2400 Expert, I'm also an MD and MBA joint degree student at both USC and Yale, which is where I am now. So I'm sure that's not only interesting, but also very confusing. So let me explain. 2400 Expert was supposed to be a one-time summer course that I taught after college to help pay for my upcoming medical school expenses. But after the average score improvement of 376 points in the pilot class that I taught, demand for future courses was high. So I hired instructors and continued to manage the company remotely from Los Angeles. So all of the growth at 2400 Expert that I've talked about has been done when I'm not on 36-hour surgery shifts at the hospital, which, believe me, are as brutal as they sound. Now I've taken a 2-year leave of absence from med school at USC to attend business school here at Yale. I will then return to USC to finish my last year of medical school. So given that I plan on practicing as a doctor, probably only 2 to 3 times a week though, I'm sure the Sharks will have some strong opinions on whether I'm capable of scaling the company, given that I still have 1 year left of business school and 1 year left of med school. Of course, if I don't make it on Shark Tank, plan B is to use the resources here at business school to help me find a strategic partner and investment. So I'm an Indian American who got a perfect score on the SAT, got straight A's. My parents own both a gas station and a motel. Yes, Patel Motel is a thing. And I'm in med school to become a doctor. If that doesn't convince you that I'm every Indian stereotype rolled into one, then maybe this will. In high school, I was valedictorian and homecoming king. I bet you never hear that in the same sentence. I was on the USA Today All-USA High School Academic Team, National Merit Finalist, and even got to meet the President of the United States. Bush, not Obama. In college, I received 20 private scholarships from companies like Coca-Cola, Toyota, and McDonald's so that I didn't have to pay for my expensive USC degree. And this year, I was the youngest recipient of Vegas Inc. magazine's 40 Under 40 for Las Vegas in 2015. But what I think will really resonate with Sharks is that I've always had the heart of an entrepreneur. In elementary school, I sold Pokemon cards. In middle school, I sold burned music CDs. In high school, I made thousands off internet referrals. In college, I made tens of thousands buying and selling used iPhones. And so while school has always been important to me, it's never been enough. I've always needed a side gig. And so now in med school and business school, I found my real business, 2400 Expert.